Hi there, we are Lisa and Chris. Please join us aboard our main ship 390, Cool Beans, as we cruise America's Great Loop. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where did we just leave and where are we going?
We're leaving Peoria, Illinois, and we're headed to an anchorage.
Anchorage in what town?
Outside of Havana.
Yes. Because why? Why are we having to anchor tonight?
The marinas are high and dry.
That's right. That's exactly correct. So at our briefing at Heritage Harbor, he gave us all the different places we could go with a few options, but this town, no options. It's Anchorage only.
Fine with me.
I know. We're going to be great. Filled up with water. We have plenty of food, so we good. All right. How did you like Peoria? We didn't really leave the boat area.
Oh, it was
Marina.
Fun. It was a nice little place to stay for a couple of days. Free laundry. And
Yeah. The free ice.
free ice. Got to watch a lot of college football and all as well.
That's right. And they were super nice. Okay. Bye. We arrived quickly to our one and only lock for the day, Peoria Lock. Just a quick drop of 8 feet and we're back on the waterway. Today we're traveling with many other loopers, and it was nice to have the back and forth on the VHF about floating debris, barges, and general updates. We used channel 69 so as not to be a bother to the commercial traffic. We started to see more and more bald eagles in this part of our journey, and Chris would often let the flotilla know, 2 eagles on the starboard side. He earned the nickname Eagle Eye from the group. This day, we're headed to an anchorage. 5 of us will anchor near Quiver Island outside of the main channel, which is good. You want to be out of the way of the barge traffic. We all set our anchors and got a great night's sleep. Travel Day 105. We went 37 nautical miles from Peoria, Illinois to Havana, Illinois. We woke up to a little rain, so we all stayed put until it stopped. Back on the waterways, Eagle Eye was at work, and on this day, we saw a total of 22 bald eagles. You might be asking, aren't we supposed to be going downriver? Why are we all going upriver here? Well, this is why. This large tug was turning this corner and suggested that we all turn around and wait until he made the dogleg. We did, and here we are passing him. In these circumstances, we do what the captain suggests, as they know these rivers better than we do. Due to low water and a few marinas on this part of the waterway, our only choice this day was to dock at a tug company. This is actually a very popular loop stop, Logston Tug Company in Beardstown, Illinois. We are all actually rafted 3 deep times 2 onto these barges and tugs. It was the craziest thing, but we did appreciate a safe and secure place to tie for the night. You can see us in between our friends Dan and Roxanne on 80s Lady and Kevin and Edie on Blue Tortuga. Here's a great shot of all of us from the north. 3 boats rafted to the tug and our 3 rafted to the barge. Okay, so we go down that far set of stairs. We walk onto this gray barge. We cross over right here. So this is, you know, water. Okay, now I'm gonna walk to the boat as best I can. Let's see. Well, that'll be good. Okay, I gotta not slip on all this water. You gotta kind of navigate. There's a boat here. You gotta kind of navigate all this. There's a grate. Now, I'm stepping off of this barge. See, there's the water. I'm going onto this barge.
You missed it.
Right, and there's some
The barge is out. I watched
corn sprouts. Here's some tractors, cranes, and they're moving this barge. So we gotta walk over here. Oh yeah, they're moving it, aren't they? Oh yeah, it's gone, or it's about to go. So you step
this
down.
one you're bringing in.
Oh.
Yeah, the red one's gone, and they just brought this one in.
Oh, good grief.
I know. So much for 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. Well, good.
Yeah.
All right, now this is our setup. There's 80s Lady, Cool Beans in the middle, Blue Tortuga on the end. I gotta cross her boat. Okay, I'm coming on. She's telling me to come aboard. So, stepping aboard. Say hi, Roxanne. Okay, now I'm stepping over.
Careful, careful.
Yep, we gotta be careful.
Do your
God.
obstacle course.
Chris, I want him to take my phone. Oh well.
Here.
Okay. You gotta, yeah. Okay, no, there he is. He's coming. Will you take my phone? The process for getting from land to the boats is a complicated order. We made it off our boats, and we did go to dinner with 4 other looper couples. We walked over to the restaurant and also through downtown Beardstown. It's a cute little town. We ate some great Mexican food and margaritas and ice cream afterwards. This funny guy was beckoning us over to his shop. We had a great evening with great friends. Travel Day 106. We went 28 nautical miles from Havana, Illinois to Beardstown, Illinois.
This week's tip is how to clean up after spiders. A few of the marinas we have stopped at had a big spider problem. Brewerton really comes to mind, and I don't remember the one we just stopped at recently. The spiders leave droppings all over your boat. So we looked up how to clean spider droppings, and this Starbright bird and spider kept popping up everywhere as the best stuff to clean up after it. So what all there is to it, squirt it. I don't know if you can see it on the video. It's already coming off.
Wow.
That's not perfect, but as you can see, with just a little bit of scrubbing, this stuff really works. Highly recommended.
Great tip, babe. I will never get tired of beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Looping has given me an even greater appreciation of nature. I am constantly in awe of the beauty that we are seeing on this trip. Okay, so do we think they need to go ahead and get these installed soon? And there's our friends on 80s Lady. Fun fact, they are Texans too and bought their boat on our home lake. More eagles spotted. We saw a total of 9 on this day, and we saw this boat going back and forth, turning around from shore to shore. We assumed he was mapping the bottom and maybe taking depth soundings. They say everything is broken on your boat, you just don't know it yet. Our friends on Blue Tortuga radioed us and said they had some issues. We were about 6 miles from our destination, and they needed to pull over to check it out. So of course, we pulled over with them, and Dan and Roxanne on Andy's Lady did too. We all anchored, and the guys hopped on the boat and hopefully fixed the problem. Edie painted this fabulous rock for us. But instead of heading to the restaurant dock, we decided to stay at anchor. It was a beautiful place. We had cockpit tales with our friends and enjoyed the beautiful afternoon and peaceful evening at anchor. Travel Day 107. We went 51 nautical miles from Beardstown, Illinois to Eldred, Illinois. The next morning, we all headed out to the restaurant that was our prior day's destination, Mel's River Dock Restaurant. This is another famous looper stop. We enjoyed a fabulous breakfast with ridiculously huge portions. Back on the water, we had a nice cruise day with the most beautiful scenic views. I'm going to admit something. I was not sure of what to expect cruising these waterways. Boy, am I humbled and so grateful. This is just as beautiful as the Hudson and the Erie. I am so pleasantly surprised. We've been fortunate to not have too many barges to pass, and all of them have been so polite. This one was a doozy. I did a time lapse of us entering the marina in Grafton. The town has a giant American flag that we could see from miles away. We love that. Our friends kept on going to Alton, but we are glad to stop here. It's a nice marina with super folks. And as we're turning here, you can see Blue Tortuga going by. We head in for a pump out before going to our covered slip. We'll spend the weekend here and enjoy this cute town. Travel Day 108. We went 24 nautical miles from Eldred, Illinois to Grafton, Illinois. The weekend in Grafton was fun. It's a nice marina with a lot going on. We watched the ferry go back and forth between Grafton, Illinois and St. Charles, Missouri. This is where the Illinois River joins the Mississippi River. We had a nice dinner at the Oyster Bar. That place was hoppin'. We enjoyed a beautiful sunset, and once again, we reflected on a fantastic week and amazing journey we are on. In today's interesting boat information, I'm going to talk about redundancy. While doing the loop, we felt like we needed redundancy in many areas. Here are a few of those. First, electronics. We use a Samsung tablet for our Navionics routing. However, in case it goes out, and it has, we also have Navionics loaded onto my phone and have pulled it up until we were able to reboot the tablet. Next, USB charging. We had 2 USB charging areas on Cool Beans, the upper helm and the lower helm, but today she has 3. These days, almost everything is rechargeable. I have a regular charging station in the guest berth for when we're plugged in into shore power. However, while underway or at anchor, we also need a way to charge our electronics. We installed a second USB plug on the upper helm with a dual USB charger. It is very nice to have. Next, VHF radios. We have 3. You almost can't have too many. We have 2 hardwired into the upper helm and 1 handheld. If you recall, our first buddy boat, Brezu, had both of their radios go out and had to replace both of them in Louisiana. They borrowed our handheld so that at least they had something to use while going up and down the ICW. If you can, make sure you have 2 minimum. Lastly, power. I know we have talked about our Honda generator often, but really it's all about redundancy. You might recall our genset belt broke in Elizabeth City and we were without it until we got to Norfolk. On the way to the Dismal Swamp, we were stuck on a wall outside of a broken bridge. So we were so lucky to have the Honda as our backup. We could use it to make ice, heat our dinner in the microwave, and charge our house batteries. It's definitely worth the investment. We had a short journey this day from Grafton to Alton. 14 of some of the prettiest nautical miles we have seen. Look at these cliffs. They are white limestone bluffs carved by the river itself and are a gorgeous reminder of how awesome nature is. And this is a view of where the Mississippi and Illinois rivers meet and merge. So cool. We had the opportunity to stay in a hotel for a few nights and get some much-needed R&R before our next leg of our journey. We left Cool Beans and found a casino, and look at my big win. I was so excited. This capped off the great week we had. Travel Day 109. We went 14 nautical miles from Grafton, Illinois to Alton, Illinois.
Welcome back aboard Cool Beans. Had a great week this week. Put in a lot of miles, about 150, maybe a little more.
Yep.
Where did we start, at Peoria?
Yes.
And that's really the only place I can remember.
And Havana.
Havana,
We
Beardstown.
anchored Beardstown. And then Eldred, where we anchored to help with Tortuga.
Right. Our friends were having a fuel filter problem, so we pulled over and dropped anchor and
Stayed.
and stayed. It was a beautiful place to be. And
it's gorgeous.
We swapped their filter real quick, no big deal, and up and
Yep.
running the next morning.
Yep.
Illinois River has been fantastic.
Yep.
Beautiful. I know we saw at least 50 bald eagles, and most of those were in about a 3 or 4 day period. Seems like the further we got towards Alton, that was our last stop for the week.
Yep.
The closer we got to Alton, we kept seeing fewer and fewer, but that's okay. We saw so many on the Illinois River. Really enjoyed that.
Yes, we did. It was so fun. A lot of barges on the Illinois.
A few, but not as many as Louisiana, Mississippi. But the barges here are huge. You know, some of them are 15 and 20. We're used to seeing 2 and 3 barges as opposed to 20. When I say 20, they're 4 wide and 5 long. Quite the sight.
Well, it's been a great week. This coming week is going to be full of travel. We're going to travel anywhere between 40 and 60 miles a day.
Be passing the St. Louis Arch.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great week, but a long week and a lot of anchorages and free walls. This part of the Mississippi, there's just not much.
Real industrial, not
a lot of marinas.
Not very recreational.
We'll make it work.
Absolutely.
All right. Hi to all of our friends and family.
See y'all next week aboard Cool Beans.